humans. Please make him very welcome here at the desk, Tony Martin.
Thanks, guys. And look, just before we start, I think we should mention terrible news today about Chopper Read, and I think it's important that we all think of Heath Franklin at this most difficult time.
Yes. Who is a comedian who's made a career of playing Chopper. Yes. But you know what? I was thinking today when I heard Chopper had died, I thought of you immediately, Tone.
Really?
Yeah. I always think of you when I think of Chop. And but actually, it's because the first time I ever heard of Chopper Read before the movie, before he was a famous sort of gangster come comedy character, I remember you on TV tried to sneak into a TV studio by saying you were one of the Chopper Read dancers.
Really?
Yes. And I didn't know why it was funny, but I knew it was funny.
There was the 90s. Lots of things were funny that don't seem so now.
What have you been up to, though? You've been moving around.
I've been in England because I got a call from Ross Noble earlier in the year, and he said, I want you to come over to England and spend 2 months following me round in a van. And who can resist that? I said, what's this? He goes, it's a TV show. And I said, what are we going to do? And he says, we're going to go wherever and do whatever people on Twitter suggest. So that was the show.
So he went to a One Direction concert?
We nearly did. We just got up in the morning and whatever people said we should do on Twitter. Like, for example, someone one morning just said, you know that old thing, if you get a million monkeys and a million typewriters, they'll eventually... Someone said, why don't you try and do that? So Ross Noble said, we will do that. And tweeted, has anyone got some typewriters? So we spent a week collecting typewriters all over the UK.
I'm not worried about where you got the typewriters. It's the monkeys we're wondering about.
We had 2 different monkey enclosures, both keen to be involved. Spent a couple of days trying to get monkeys to type. That didn't work. So then we tweeted for people with monkey costumes and volunteers to help us fake the footage. And this just went on for 2 months. Until eventually there was a TV series.
Tony, were you scared at all? Twitter's renowned for basically having trolls on it. Were you scared? Oh, we'll do whatever they say. All right, today we're punching ourselves in the dick again.
Right, this is going to be a fun day.
There is an entire episode just of dick punching, I think. You'll find, but I got some slides. I brought along some slides. There's a photo here of our closing ceremony, which people on Twitter suggested we stage in the smallest pub in the UK, the Nutshell. Our sound man can't even fit in, as you can see.
Oh, yeah.
That is a pub that it's meant to hold legally 6 people. There is not enough room to swing a cat in that pub. Believe me, we tried.
Yeah, right.
Was that the suggestion on Twitter?
That was. Many people suggested that. I think there's a shot of us staging a fake miracle, because... Ross decided to... someone suggested he found and established his own religion, so we spent a week doing that, and staging miracles was a big part of it.
Yeah, it is.
I really like that, of all the miracles, like Third World Hunger. I'm just going to walk on water.
Seems water with some picnic benches under the water. We went to a lot of interesting, quaint English towns. You can see me, I think, at charmingly titled town, Wargrave. Basically, that sign means welcome to death on a mass scale. I think here's a hotel we stayed at. That's the Legoland Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
At Legoland.
Oh, my nipples are hard. That is...
It's probably that would have been the least...
Quick, we need to calm it down. Go back to Wargrave. Go back to Wargrave.
It's so exciting, like on the back of the brochure it'd show you how to build other hotels.
That's right.
Different configurations.
It was the least comfortable bed we stayed in, I think. It took hours to assemble. As a nerd, I felt I had to visit the oldest map shop in the world. Look at that, the largest and oldest map shop. And I'd like to think that man there is looking up Google Maps. As he walks past there. And here's a cheap joke, but this is an actual shop in Chelsea. Look at that. Why would you call a shop that?
Don't apologise for cheap jokes on the show. I would be apologising the whole time.
It is worth calling arseholes just to see how they answer the phone. So something to do there. We didn't have time to stop at Stonehenge. No, there was no time to stop at that because we had to get Ross into a giant mouse costume. And I know you people love celebrity sightings, do you not?
Oh, yeah.
I was at a service station and Howard Jones walked in. Howard Jones, the
What is love? love anyway. Yes.
Howard Jones.
Yes.
How would you describe him? Modernist.
Yeah, this hair.
That
Remember?
hair back in the
Yes.
80s, futuristic
Yes.
synth pop pioneer.
Yeah.
As we sped out of the car park, I got a photo of his vehicle. This is Howard Jones.
Oh no!
Look at that! In a crappy old station wagon towing a caravan, which I'd like to think is chock full of synthesizers.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
perhaps Nick Kershaw sharing the driving. And there's a closer shot. I think you can just see that is synth pop pioneer Howard Jones in his car.
Is he Brad Pitt from Snatch? I got a caravan.
I think he is. Well, that's the slideshow.
I love the slideshow.
Don't see enough slideshows on television.